This video is unique, not only because it's theoretical, but also practical. And I'm going to use some of the psychological tricks mentioned in this video, or maybe all of them. And so let's get straight into it. Why do people watch your videos? Most neuroscience professionals agree on this as fact. Emotion is the essential, defining, and necessary ingredient to making almost all decisions, including watching videos. And emotions play an important part in memory processors. For starters, and I'm sure you'll all agree with this, emotional memories are far more vivid and accurate than neutral experiences, if you can even remember those. You probably remember more details about your first kiss or your first paycheck than when you first brushed your teeth. And so if you want people to watch your videos, get stuck in the brains. That will get them coming back to watch more of your content. So let's think about the different forms of emotion that you could elicit in your videos. Curiosity is certainly one of them, and we've talked a lot about that in writing titles recently. Amazement, interest, astonishment, uncertainty, and yes, admiration, otherwise known as flexing. Now, of course, you can also use negative emotions and they will work, but according to the Harvard Business Review, most viral content centers around positive emotions. That's why everybody likes cute puppies and stupid cats. Yes, I admit it, I'm a dog lover. You won't believe how long it took to set up this shop. Next, you want to hook your audience with an information gap. When Facebook analysed their users' video consumption data in 2016, they discovered that 45% of people who watch the first 3 seconds of a video will keep watching it for at least another 30 seconds. Just consider how important that data is today with TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Now, what this data suggests is that you have to do just more than spark somebody's curiosity. Not only do you need to get people to click, but you also need to keep them watching. Now, I know that problem sounds pretty obvious, keep them watching, but the solution is the information gap. You want to create a feeling in the viewer that if they don't continue to watch, they're going to miss out on key information. And then you entice them to look for that answer within your video content. So, for example, if you're trying to answer a question in a video, you can start off by briefly answering that question in the hook, and then spend the duration of the rest of the video explaining it in more detail. For tutorial videos, it's often best to show the viewer the final results at the beginning and then guide them through the process in the rest of the video. Or at the beginning of a video, you can tease a couple of clips, probably no more than 5 seconds, to tease what story might be being told in a video. This is a very common trick in vlogging content. And often what you're doing here for the benefit of a viewer is showing, not telling. Your brain can understand visual information in just 13 milliseconds, and your visual systems activate 50% of your brain. So what you want to be thinking about, especially during the editing phase, is how you can spice up your videos. Keep the viewers engaged with unexpected visual cues. For example, you could use something as simple as a whiteboard to anchor the video and give your viewers something visually compelling to look at. A green screen can be incredibly useful to do a lot of showing while the host does all of the telling. The Beats YouTube channel took a very visual approach for sharing the engineering and design process behind their products. The videos also incorporate animations to simplify some of the more complex or ambiguous ideas. And as another example, YouTube channel After School uses animations to simplify complex ideas. But don't forget to reset the focus of the viewer. Have you ever noticed how people seem to go into a trance-like state whenever they're watching television? My wife does this all of the time, and I call it her TV watching face. I asked my wife to demonstrate this for the video, but she flat out refused, so this is my best interpretation of that TV watching face. But why does this happen? Well, have you ever noticed how often a TV screen changes? Screens don't flicker because they're broken, it's because the scene is constantly changing. And our brains are programmed to notice change. And to prove it, over the next 30 seconds of this video, count how many times something changes on screen. Now, in this modern YouTube world, we call this constant visual change pattern interrupt. And you can do this through many different techniques, including B-rolls, zooming in and out, segues, transitions. These are all relatively simple things that, yes, do take a little bit of time in editing, but constantly grab the viewer's attention. You have to remember that as a viewer watches one of your videos, they have a near unlimited choice at their fingertips. If you're not keeping their attention, they'll quickly find something else. And now I'm going to keep your attention with a random fact. Did you know that Asmara is the capital of Eritrea? Well, now you do. Now just imagine if you didn't know that. And then, by sheer coincidence, over the next week, every Uber driver you meet is from Eritrea. Now this is a strange phenomenon related to memory. It's called frequency illusion, or the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. If something is repeated, we become more familiar with it, and in turn, this unlocks a greater satisfaction as we gain a greater understanding. Now, when we talk about repetition, we're not suggesting that you use exactly the same clips and sound effects throughout. We're talking about recurring themes, recurring characters. And think about how you can complete the loop. Whatever you say in your intro should be reinforced in your conclusion. And that is going to make it more memorable. And now for some more fascinating facts. And these are YouTube related. The YouTube ecosystem contributed $25 billion to the US economy in 2021. And that supported more than 425,000 full-time jobs. And to date, YouTube has created over 300 millionaires. There are more than 45,000 channels that have over 100,000 subscribers. It's a lot of silver play buttons, is that? And 5,500 YouTube channels have one of these. Now, all of these are fascinating and very impressive statistics, right? But are you going to fact check them? Now, in reality, all but one of those statistics are true. Let us know in the comments below which one you think is false. But ultimately, viewers love facts and figures, so try to include as many impressive ones in your content as possible. Now, I trust you finding this video very entertaining and educational, but that doesn't mean you have to like this video or subscribe to our channel. I don't just want to get you to do something that benefits only me. Instead, I, as the creator, want to continue to inspire you as the audience. YouTube has given me the creative and financial freedom to pursue my passion. And my goal on this channel is to enable as many of you to realize that same dream. We're all one big family of creators here, and you are spending your very valuable time with us here on the channel. And you want to foster those same feelings of happiness, hope and excitement with your community. So my call to action here is for you to inspire other creators. The next time you watch a video on YouTube, I want you to go into the comments and just let them know how much you appreciate their content. After all, we're all on the same creator journey. And so how many of the techniques I talked about today have I used in this video? Let us know. And speaking of more psychological tactics, if you want to learn how to get people to watch more of your content, essentially free views, then watch this video over here. And by doing that, you're giving me free views. Thanks.